What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Vale, ticker symbol VALE. This was a viewer's request, and thank you for your donation. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. Last time I looked at this stock was back on September 29th, so it's been about a month and almost about a month and a little bit more than that, month and a week. Let me see, October, November. Actually, a little more than 2 months, excuse me. A little bit more than 2 months it has been since I looked at the stock. And it was trading at once in the double digits, right here at the high 11s, low 12s. It looks like it found resistance from that level. It was not able to push through because that was the prior breakout point. So let me go and draw a trend line across that level, and it would make more sense. So you can see that this was prior support right over here. Support, fail breakout. Price came back to test for support. Support, gap down, traded lower, came back up, found resistance off that level, which means that the downtrend is still very strong. And then it came right back to that prior low at 965. So what's happening on the chart? Well, it looks like the bearish momentum is still very strong, right? We're still making lower lows, lower highs. As you can see on the chart, there's a high, a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, and then smaller low highs. And then we have a lower here. It was kind of making equal lows, and all of a sudden we're seeing lower lows now. So the downtrend momentum still strong. So overall, you can draw a trend line off of the swing highs. So the price to be long-term bullish would need to break this long-term downtrend, right? Because obviously if price is still below this downtrend line, it's bearish long-term, right? We can always see small rallies in this market, like towards the trend line, but that's just a short-term rally or a pullback in this macro downtrend that can lead to more downside. So again, you'd have to see price break this long-term downtrend to be bullish on this longer term. So as long as price is still below this downtrend line, then it's bearish long-term. Now let's take a look at a measure move target. Well, all of this is one large drop. Market generally moves in twos. So this is the second large drop, and that target is almost met. It's right around the lower $9 level. So maybe then we could probably find a bottom or at least some support where price can reverse off of. If not, where is the next target it can reach is this level right here, right? The $7 level. And why is that level critical? It's because when price dumped over here in 2020, that's what was able to stop the price from dumping even more. So buyers like this level, right? So think of any stock, anything with the chart as something in real life, right? Like an iPhone, right? This is, let's just say this is instead of Vale, this energy company stock, intermineral company stock. Imagine this was the price of iPhone, right? It goes up to $10, and then all of a sudden people buy it all the way at the 22, and only a little bit of people buy it at 22 because it's too expensive. And then it crashes back down. It's stabilizing right around the $13 level. So that looks kind of to be like the more common area where people buy the iPhone. And now it's selling off to lower levels, and people are able to get a better deal, right? So this tells me that there's probably more supply of iPhones, and that's why it's able to drop down the price. So again, all this is intrinsic, right? It makes sense fundamentally why price is dropping, right? That's what the technicals represent. It's representing the buying and selling pressure of the market. It's representing the supply and demand of the market. So right now, it doesn't look that strong to the upside. It looks like, we're going to see further momentum to the downside in the future. That's what the chart is telling me. Longer term, short term, it is at support, but is it going to get a double bottom? Maybe something like this. Let me go out, draw another trend line. Are we going to stop at this level that we're currently at and then see some sort of strong impulse and then a break of that trend line? That's possible, but it's looking unlikely, right? Because the first level it'd have to break through is this one right here that it just got rejected from, this 1185 level, and then this longer term trend line, right? So it has a long ways to go. And overall, this momentum is still pretty strong towards the downside. So I think $7 is definitely possible in the future if we continue to see breakage of this level, break of this support level right here, the 965. I think, there's a little bit of support possibly at that lower $9 level, 934. That's where the measure move target is. And that's generally where price can, stall out and reverse. But if that doesn't work, then we might see a move down towards the $7 level. So that's how I'm looking at the daily chart. It's not looking like it's favoring the bulls, right? Prices at the lows of this downtrend that's been going on since basically, let's say, it topped right back here in July of 2021. So that's a 3-year bear market. So it's been going down ever since. and expectation is more downside. What would really get me bullish for the stock is, like I said, a break above that, $12 level, some sort of consolidation at this trend line, or a small little pullback off of it, and then further upside, right? Because if price comes into a level and immediately gets rejected, then it's still very strong to the downside. Just like over here, right? Price barely stuck around. It got rejected pretty quickly, not as quickly as maybe this level right over here. You see that price came up to this level and then immediately got rejected, and then price came to this level, almost immediately got rejected, and then sold off. And looks like we're probably going to break this level as of right now. So that's how I'm looking at Vale on the daily and daily chart. Looks like a measurement target is approaching, but if that doesn't hold, there is the $7 level. Here's a look at the weekly chart. You can see that overall, this has been going sideways for a long time. It's a range bound stock, right? This has been ranging since basically 2005. So that's about 20 years. You're going to get the same price as someone did back here in November of 2005. So that just tells you that this is a range bound type of stock, not a trending type of stock. And even here, you see those two legs down, one leg right here, and then this was the second leg, and target was basically almost met, and then it reversed strongly to the upside. Now we're seeing another measure move take place. So maybe after this correction is over, at this possible measure move target, maybe we see another leg up, right? This is all one leg right here. This is the second leg, and that's targeting, like I said before, the 940 level. If price can somehow find some sort of support there, it can rally strongly. If not, I'm looking for the $7 level. So just monitor the price action, right? If basically you see price break this level and then you see strong buying, so if you see a break of this level and then strong buying, like it's like bullish every day, then we're probably not going to go to the $7 level because it's looking like buyers have bottomed out or sellers have bottomed out, and we're going to see strong momentum to the upside, right? It would take still a long ways to go. You'll still need to see continuous strong momentum, but it's a good sign for the bulls if they can do that. Let's say price breaks the level and it pulls back, and the pullback is very small. There's a good chance price is going to continue to move down lower towards that $7 level. At the current pace it's at, it can get to that $7 level. Let's say it's below this trend line as well. It can get there probably by the maybe the first quarter of next year if it continues the momentum it's at. You can see that it's dropping at this angle right over here. So if it maintains that angle of descent, you can extrapolate that to about probably April or May of next year. You can get there sooner, you can get there later, but as right now, that's the current pace that it's on. So we'll see what happens. But as right now, it has an upward battle to climb. It's below this trend line right here. That's more aggressive than this longer term trend line. It's below the EMA. It's barely finding support. So we'll see if this measurable target can do anything. Maybe some short-term bounce, but if not, I'm looking for that $7 level to hold price. If it doesn't, I mean, the next level would be obviously this low right here in 2016 at the $2.21 level. As of right now, I'm not going to be even paying attention to that, but it's something to consider in the future. There was this uptrend line right here, but price broke through that. It back tested it for resistance, and now its price is still dropping lower. So overall, trend is down, and it's not really showing any signs of reversals, a reversal as of right now. So that's how I'm looking at Vale on the daily weekly charts, expecting more downside. Things can change. That's why you have to monitor the price action, right? Meaning like you have to watch the chart. If you see strong bullish momentum, if you see it starting to break trend lines and starting to break prior resistance levels, like this one right here at the 1121, and then the next one at the 1182, okay, then that shows there's a strong change in the market, right? And that could lead to long-term further upside. Until then, traders are going to be taking shorts. That's where the big money is taking it. That's where the smart money is taking the stock, is taking it down, and expecting more downside. So all that for VALE on the daily weekly charts. If you have any questions, please submit in the comments down below. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.